Hello friends, welcome to the stream. So tonight we're doing something a little different. We're going to go do a 4th of July flyover over New York City. Tonight we are at Gabreski Air National Guard Base in Suffolk County. So, pull up our checklist here. I'm flying at night, so I'm not wearing glasses. So you guys get to see what I actually look like. Let's pull up the checklist here. We'll start with our walk around. I'm also going to see how this F16 is. I've heard it's good, but I don't know for sure. So anyway, we got a little rain too. That's nice. Anyway. Canopy jettison handle doors closed. Pitot and static covers removed. AOA probes. Rotate. Rotate. These are the AOA probes, by the way. Static ports. Good condition. Yep. Radome is secure. Engine inlet duct is clear. Don't have any pods and pylons, so we don't have to worry about that. EPU fired indicator, good. Right main landing gear tire, wheel strut. Yeah, that's a little bug. Chocks are in. Good. Bourne linkage. Yeah. Right wing. EPU exhaust port, that's up here now. This jet has CFTs, obviously. EPU exhaust port's good. Leading edge flap is good. Nav and form lights are good. TikTok, welcome to the stream. I didn't realize that I didn't hit go live on there. I hit go live on YouTube and not on TikTok. Sorry. Anyway. Pew exhaust port. LEF is good. Stores and pylons. Don't have any of those. Nav and form lights are good. Flapper on is good. Okay. Now we move back to the tail. Hook. Good. Ventral fins, boards, horizontal tail, rudder, good. Nozzle is good. Nav and form lights are good. Vertical tail light is good. Drag chute housing is good. That's right here. JFS doors, yeah, they're closed. Okay. Flapper on is good on the left wing. Nav and form lights are good. Don't have any stores and pylons. Leading edge flap is good. Fuel vent outlet. That was moved as well. That is... Can't really see it that well. It's like right here. It's on the CFT now. It's like right here. Every time we checked it, it's good. Fuel vent outlet, left main landing gear, tire, wheel, strut, good. Chocks in. Bourne linkage is good. Fuselage, gun port, IFF ports, IFF bird slicers are good. Door 2317 is closed, underside, nose landing gear, tire, wheel, and strut are all good. Bourne linkage is secure. Landing attack sights are in good condition. Okay, so now, before entering cockpit, I already had the head tracker on. Alright, so open the canopy. Pretend we did that from the outside. Scroll back to the before entering cockpit. Alright. Stores, don't have any stores. Yeah, ladder on the sill. Yeah, okay. Alright. Anyway. Turn on our flashlight here. Alright. Gesture control safe. Board switch center. Fuel master switch. On, guard down. Engine con switch. Pry, guard down. Audio panels. There's a bug in here. You guys will see it in a minute. Audio panels are set. All gear handle is in. All flaps norm. Ground jet enable switch is off. Yeah, ground jet enable switch is off. Drag chute, good. Master arm off. Gesture control safe. Oxygen off. Okay. Now, cockpit interior check. Harness and shit. We don't have any of that because we're invisible. Heat off. Okay, it was on test. It's got to be off. Flick his power test switch norm. Defog mid. That right in the middle. DBU off. Yeah. All flaps norm. Manual flap switch enable. Trim is all centered. Leading edge flaps auto. Leading edge flaps auto. Bit switch off. Trim autopilot disconnect switch norm. Trim all centered. Fuel master. Sorry, engine feed knob norm. Tank inertia ring off. IFF master knob standby. Area fuel closed. CNI backup. TACAN off as desired. Exterior lighting control panel. Collision 1. Steady. Bright. Form lights on as well. Right. Now. I just lost my place. Oh, master. Yeah, okay. Master lights. EPU norm. Main power off. Tower video select HUD. ECM, don't have that. Well, yeah, it's off. COM 1, clockwise. COM 2, clockwise. Squelch. Yes. Engine comp pry, guard down, yeah. JFS off. Throttle. Just hit something under that. No, maybe not. I don't know what the click was. All right, anyway. Throttle is good. Board switch forward. Dogfight switch centered. All gear handle in. Countermeasure distribution switches all off. We're not even going to be using those in this flight. RF switch norm. Storage config cat 1. Gear down. Ground jet enable switches off. Brakes channel 1. Anti-skid on. What else do we got? Skid, emergency storage adjacent cover, hook up, Hudson biology off. Okay. Autopilot switches off. Master arm off. Laser arm off. Set our altimeter in a minute. Fuel quantity select knob norm. External transfer switch norm. Instrument mode as desired. Nav. Clock. Worry about that later. Oh, yeah, we can't even fuck with it. Okay. So clock is good. Sensor power switches off. HUD control panel set. Nuclear consent switch off, guard down. Zero eye switch off, guard down. Wrist and armrest are already set. Have it right here, as you can see. Voice message switch. It's Betty. Voice message. So Betty was off. We don't want Betty off. Sometimes we do, but not right now. Temp knob, auto, air source knob norm. Anti-ice. Auto. Antennas, norm. Okay. Now we have to verify. Fuel master switch guard down. Engine feed knob norm. EPU switch norm guard down. Engine comp pry guard down. Throttle off. Gear down. Hook up. Master arm off. Air source knob norm. All right. So you guys know what's coming next. Okay. Canopy down. Is this dickhead going to drive into me? This dickhead's probably going to drive into me. I have a funny feeling. Guys, does the stream look good? Does it look like smooth? I can't really tell. Give me ones in the chat if the stream looks smooth. Give me twos in the chat if it's choppy. I really cannot tell. Ones if it's smooth, two if it's choppy. If it's choppy, I gotta turn some shit down. It's good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Anyway. You guys know what's coming next. Oh, lovely. This dipshit's gonna drive through me. Well, that's a detailed AI dipshit. I must say so. Anyway. I don't know why it didn't register a crash, because this guy crashed into me, but I'm glad it didn't. Anyway. Main power on. Max power. That shit should be off. Clear. Bring her to life. It's a bit unrealistic how it spools up, but whatever. This is the best civilian implementation, or this is the best implementation of the Viper in a civilian flight sim that's available. I've heard. I'm gonna find out firsthand, but I think it is. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna speed through this a bit. So heat, probe heat, test. Okay, that's good. Fire and overheat detection. Good. Sure, lights go off. Good. Okay. Now function indication lamps.
Pull up. Altitude. Warning. Jammer.
Betty.
Counter. Chat. Flare. Low. Out. Lock. IFS.
Those of you that are just joining, we're launching from Gabreski Air National Guard Base in West Hampton, New York. All right, cool. So, malfunction indication lamps are good. Let's turn the avionics on. Power to DED. INS align norm. Let's turn some lights on here so we don't have to use the flashlight. Okay. Some lights on. Alright. INS align norm. Okay, now we gotta type in. Let's type in our coordinates. We have to tell it where we are. Which, that's not realistic. It should know where we are. The Viper is supposed to know where it is. When you hit that INS switch, it should be backed up by GPS. So, let's see. North 40. Fuck. West 072. I'll check the chats in a second, guys. 3, 9. Okay. Power switches. Actually, you know what? We don't even need the hard points. That shit off. We'll leave all that shit off. Turn the HUD on. Turn the flashlight off too. View, flashlight off. Okay, alright, here we go. Let's calibrate our standby attitude indicator. Fuck. It's a pain in the ass. So I've never flown this Viper before. You guys are technically going to witness me trying this thing for the first time. I've heard it's very good, but I'm going to find out. Okay. These are on. Pull up the test page. Test page. All right. Other page, we will go HSD. And then after this is done aligning, we'll program our steer points. We actually have to do that here, which is kind of annoying, but you guys get to see me do it. So anyway, continue the cockpit checks. Don't need to turn any of this on, so we're not going into combat. IFF master switch on. CNI up front controls. This gets turned off, but that's a bug that I was talking about before. So now we got to do our tests. So it's flick is bit test. You guys know the drill. Set. It's a bug where it's not properly implemented. We'll pretend it is. Pretend it doesn't cycle the way it's supposed to. We'll pretend it's going to. So I'll cycle the flight control surfaces. We'll pretend it's doing the flickest bit. Even though it does it in a weird way. This is also a bug too, I believe. I think because the way X-Plane implements aerodynamics and shit, I don't know, they had to do that with the rudder to get the jet to fly correctly, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway. General George Washington, thank you for the rose, bro. Appreciate you. Anyway, all right. So flickest bit is good. DBU, you guys know the drill. The light doesn't come on. Lovely. All right. Well, flight controls work under the DBU. That's a good thing. DBU. Off, MPO. Got this dickhead driving through me here. What an idiot. Anyway. I don't even know if the full deflection is implemented. It might not be. Doesn't look like it is. Okay. Do that in a second. Sec test. Pretend the nozzle swung, it didn't. It's not implemented correctly either. Wow, alright. Roll up a little bit, snap the mill. Back to idle. Stabilize. Back to pry. Bar back down. Let's do the fuel test. Ah, they got that correct. Very nice. Ah. All right, so it's good enough. CFTs feeding. Okay. So the only part that's unrealistic about this is the jet. This jet has conformal fuel tanks, and no USAF jets have that. Actually, a few do. But they're technically not ours. They belong to other countries, but they keep them here for when they come to train. So, but they have the United States Air Force markings on them, but they're technically not our jets. But they do have conformal fuel tanks. Anyway. All right, so done with all that. Oh, we got to test the boards. Got to let the boards. And then we're going to back the checklist up after we do that. All right, boards are good. I think that's just the way. So I have to retract the boards in 2 steps. I think that's just the way X-Plane is, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Anyway, boards, O-bugs, got to do O-bugs. It's not implemented, okay. There's a lot not implemented here, unfortunately, friends. Alright, anyway. Let's hit this switch to nav. And then we're going to program our steer points here. So anyway, steer points, steer point 1, steer point 1. Steer point 1 is just a field. So steer point 1, north, 40, 50, 311. West 072 37553. Okay. Yeah, that's right. And then steer point 2. Why doesn't it not? Oh, wow, that's silly. It's another weird thing, a little bug. So this, I guess this thing is not perfect, but I'll make do with it. VFRs will go. Bogel. Steer point 2 is Bogel. Excuse me, B Joel. 40. Fuck. 40, 33, 26, 7. Zero 72 47 55 a 9er. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Steer point 3 will be steer point 3 will be Buono. That's basically right at the Bravo. So we just have to press transition to the Bravo as we're approaching that. And the steer points come up fast, guys. Those of you that fly X-Plane like GA, you guys are going to see steer points come up quick. We're doing steer point 3. Nose is itchy. Steer point 3, 40, 21, 5, 6. So know where it is. It takes 10. Nah, so actually they implemented this wrong. It never does that. It's supposed to do that like it does in every other sim, like in DCS and BMS, but here it doesn't do that, which is it's asinine. You literally have to tell this jet where it is, which is stupid. I don't know if the older jets were like that, but the Block 50s and 52s are not like that. Obviously, I'm sure you know, bro. F6, enter, and then Uno is 073, West 073, 27, 254. Let's make sure it's in the correct spot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then Steerpoint 4. I'll write these down. Three is let's transition 4. Just make Steerpoint 4. Steerpoint 4. Steerpoint 4 is going to be assault. Four, 3, 3, 1, 3, 9, 3. Zero, 7, 3, 5, 7, 5, 0, 2. Assault, and then we will go. Steerpoint 5 will be Decker. So we're going right through the narrows effectively. Turn, Steerpoint 5. Steerpoint 5. Steerpoint 5 is Decker. Assault 5 equals Decker. Alright, so Decker is at 40. 3, 9, 7, 1. 0. West 074. 02. 421. All right, I entered Steerpoint 5 wrong. 40. 9. 071 maybe. And then 074. 02. 42 1. That's still wrong. Four, 0. 3, 9, 7, 1. 0, maybe. 07402 421. No. Yeah, alright, this is... Try another one. I think maybe the coordinates are wrong on it or something, I don't know. VSC 262, Governor's Island. How far is it? You know what? Maybe Steerpoint 4 is wrong. Alright, so assault. Maybe I entered that in wrong. Hold on a second. Assault. Three 139. Okay, that was the problem. Steerpoint 4 was in the wrong spot. Steerpoint 5 was in the correct spot the entire time. Okay, so now we got that figured out. Steerpoint 4 is assault, and then Steerpoint 5 is VC 262, which is Governor's Island. 4 assault, 5 VC 262. This dickhead keeps driving into me. Jesus Christ, bro. Learn how to drive. And they gave you a fucking fuel truck too, and you're driving into people? Jesus Christ, bro. Yo, if you were my driver, you'd be fired like yesterday, fella. Crazy. I should call your supervisor. Tell him you know how to drive. Anyway, no time for that right now. Maybe later. VC 262. What else? Let's go up the Hudson. Stay on the right side of the Hudson. Ring. Do ring. It's right by the George Washington Bridge. What are we at? Steerpoint 5. Let's do Steerpoint 6. Steerpoint 6 is ring. So, 40. 50. 5, 4, 1. 073 5712. Okay. Let's ring right there. And then next steer point will be Aurora, Steerpoint 7, which is further up the Hudson. Ring. So other than the fact that you need to tell the jet where it is, programming the steer points is pretty accurate. Iori, 40. Hold on a second. Steerpoint 6. Sorry, Steerpoint 7. Rory, yes. Okay, so 2.7. Why did it not? Oh, man. Rory, 40, 57, 173, 073, 53, 572. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, no, that's correct. And then Rory. Steer point. The next steer point is going to be Femdu, which is by the Tappan Zee Bridge. So it's steer point 8 now. Fuck. Okay, all right. Steer point 8. Femdu. 8 equals Femdu. Is that how you spell it? Yes, Femdu. All right, Femdu is at 41. 41.3, 9.7. I have a feeling that's wrong. So, tree, 52469. Yeah, that's wrong. Femdu. This is the problem. Yeah, there we go. That's correct. Alright, so Femdu, 8's Femdu, steer point 9. After Femdu, we're going to start heading back. We're going to start heading back east, so after Femdu, we'll do... Femdu will do Leah. So steer point 9 will be Leah. Fuck. Why does it do that? It's so fucking annoying. Leah is at 41.062. West 073 20. That's correct. Steerpoint 10. Weather actually. Information echo. Okay. Information echo, runway 6 is the active. So that means we're going to program the ILS for runway 6 just like we do in DCS, but doesn't mean we're going to use it. Here, hold on. Program Steerpoint 10 yet? No, we didn't. Alright, so Steerpoint 10 will be Steerpoint 10 is going to be cream. Steerpoint 10 41 08558 West 072 3 Buck 31. Fuck, I did it again. What does the matter with me? Dude, I don't know what the fuck's the matter with me right now, man. 072, third time's a charm. 31 183. Alright, there we go. It worked. Finally. Alright, cream, and then beads. Steerpoint 11. Beads is 40. 44. 450. That's correct. I think. Let's find out. West 07232. I'll check shots in a minute, guys. Sorry. 342. Yeah, that's correct. Go from there to whatever the ILS is on 6. Open charts. Ooh, we actually don't have an ILS on runway 6, so what? TACAN 6, could do that. Alright, so Pike car. Fock. Fock is 47 X-ray. So let me program. Screenshot of that. All right. Screenshot of the TACAN for runway 6. Pie car. Pie car, pie car, pie car. Pie car, Steerpoint 12. Pie car is at 40. Fuck. 40. 45. 45.6. Zero 72 44583. Okay. Steerpoint 13 is Suffolk. SONOC. SONOC. I guess we're going to test out the TACAN too. Make sure this shit's implemented correctly. Fuck. Why does it do that? It's not. It should not fucking do that. That's retarded. All right, Steerpoint 3. I'm sorry, 13 is Suffolk. Excuse me. Suffolk is at 40. 48, 39.5. And 072 40260. There. Tabak. Spell it correctly? Tabak. Steerpoint 14 Tabak. So I'm actually gonna. I didn't realize I could do this, but I can. Steerpoint 14. The Bach is at 40, 49. Fuck. 40, 49, 335. And 72, 39, 120. Right? Yes. Okay, and then the last steer point, the numbers on runway 6. I'm not going to make Falcon steer point because we have it in the TACAN. And they're very close to each other, obviously. North 40. All right, cool. Gas. We're going to put a good amount of gas in here. Top us back off. Top us back off. Sure you guys saw real world date time. Nah, this is not DCS, CJ. This is actually X-Plane 12. So, this is X-Plane. I'm usually in DCS, but right now I'm in X-Plane 12. So this is like the best civilian flight sim that has, I'm sorry, this is the only civilian flight sim that has a good implementation of the F16, which is the only reason why I'm here. So anyway, pull up, check the YouTube chats real quick. Fuck, I forgot to view, standby guys, docs, chat, fuck, sorry. I think fucked up the YouTube chat. Alright. It's a good spot. Now, docs, live chat. Live, call it cool. Docs, YouTube live control panel. Okay, cool. Alright. No YouTube chats, alright, whatever. Alright. Now, got the text of the ATIS, but I'm just going to tune to it so you can hear it again. So, fuck is it? Okay. One 995.
323, 2.22. Altimeter 2991. Density altitude 1000 feet. Expect a busy pattern today, so keep your head on a swivel. Francis S. Gabreski Airport, Automated Surface Observation. 0253 Zulu. Wind 030 at 8. Visibility 10. Rain. Broken at 8,000. Temperature 23, 2.22. Altimeter 2991. Density altitude 1000 feet. Expect a busy pattern today, so keep your head on a swivel.
Alright.
Francis S. Gabreski Airport, Automated Surface Observation. 0253 Zulu. Wind 030 at 8. Visibility 10. Rain.
Alright. So I'm going to finish writing down the steer points. And then I should actually... FEMDO goes after FEMDO. Leah, L-E-A-H-A. 9 equals L-E-A-H-A. Leah, 10 equals... 10 is way out here. 10 is cream. 11 equals... beads. Picar. Routine. Fuck. Sonic. So Sonok. C. 14. 14 is numbers. And is runway 6. Gabreski. TACAN 47 X-ray. Okay. Should program that route in here. I didn't realize I could do that. Hold on a second, guys. Answer route. Steerpoint 2 is what? Steerpoint 2. Man. That's route. After. Okay. Steerpoint 3. Steerpoint 4, assault. Steerpoint 5, VC262. Man, you just fucking love driving into shit, don't you, guy? Fuck. 6 is ring. Double checking everything. Yeah, I'm a poet and I don't even know it. You guys like that shit? I do. Ring. What else? Rory. Sorry. Haven't been up there in a while. Rory. What's next? Femdu. No. Yeah, Femdu. Oh yeah, Femdu's up here. Femdu's at the tap and Z. Alright, Femdu. Leah. Cream. Beads. High car. Man. High car. Sanak. That looks a little confusing. The numbers. Okay. All right. Go to the gas. All right. Okay. 1218. We are on 1218. 1 second. Pull it back up. All right. Suffolk Ground, Space 7.
Space 7-1, Suffolk Ground. Go ahead.
Man. Good evening, Suffolk Ground, Spade 7, single ship F16. You're ready to taxi to the active with information Echo for departure to the south. From the Air National Guard ramp.
Spade 7, runway 6, taxi via Whiskey.
Runway 6 via Whiskey for Spade 7.
Spade 7, runway 6, taxi via Whiskey from Air National Guard ramp.
Spade 7.
Spade 7, say again, please.
Man, this thing is stupid. Alright, the chocks are out. Spade 7 taxiing. This thing is kind of dumb. Clear. Clear. Yeah, the way this head tracker interacts with X-Plane is like shit, honestly. It fucking sucks. Compared to DCS and BMS, it's terrible. So this is taxiway Whiskey here. This is runway 6, obviously. Ah, I love how they got the fireworks. That shit is beautiful. The flight model, we're going to find out how the flight model is. I heard it's good, but I don't know. Found many little quirks already. Rudders feel very finicky. Alright, so
approaching
probe heat on.
6.
Canopy closed and locked. Landing lights on. No canopy light. Gesture controls armed. Radar out on. Oxygen on. And anti-ice auto. Actually, I don't think we tested the anti-ice, friends. Okay, that's good. Alright, actually, brake check. Channel 1's good. Channel 2's good. Okay. Back channel 1. Alright. Now for the real checklist. For takeoff checklist. Alright, all flaps norm. Manual flap switch enable. Trim all centered. Right? Wait. Yeah. Engine comp pry guard down. Boards are closed. Canopy closed and locked. No light. IFF and link. Well, we don't have to really worry about that. Fuel quantity select knob norm. Source config cat 1. Ground enable switches off. Harness. Anti-G. Not an accident. Visible. EPU. Did the EPU test at the ramp. Heat's on. Injection controls arm. We'll cycle the flight controls in a second. Oil pressure looks good. Let's check our ALO data here. Set it to 1,000. Okay. Alright, flight control check. I have to do it from the outside because the head tracker is finicky. Alrighty. It's tuned to Suffolk Tower on 125.3. Suffolk Tower, Spade 7, holding short of runway 6 at taxiway Whiskey, ready for departure. Departure to the south with like a quick climb to 12,000 if possible.
Spade 7-1, Suffolk Tower, runway 6, wind 030 at 8. Cleared for takeoff. After departure, climb and maintain 12,000. Proceed southbound.
If it take over runway 6, clear a quick climb, 12,000 for Spade 7, and right turn 180, 12,000. You want me to change the center, or am I staying with you? Alright, I guess I'm staying with you, bro. Alrighty. Here we go, friends. Run it up.
On runway 6 remaining. 8,800
This is a block 52.
feet.
Stack's good. Brakes out. Mill. Burner. So steering off little right boot. Little bit. Starting to rotate here because we're pretty light. Gears coming up. Unload the Alpha. Pull it about 500, friends. Here we go. Goodbye, Gabreski.
Leaving my airspace. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Squawk 1200, frequency change approved, Space 7. Alright, so right turn, lane 0. We got rain up at 12. That's cool. I don't know if it's realistic. Give me a like and subscribe and follow if you guys like that quick climb. Alright, 12,000 heading south. One, 2, 4, 5, 2, 5. Steerpoint. Boston Center, Space 7.
Space 7-1, Boston Center, go ahead.
Boston Center, Space 7 with you. Single ship F16, 12,500, 10 miles to the southeast of Gabreski. Request flight following.
Space 7, flight following is on request. Squawk 43516 ident.
So guys, in the F16, actually you would do that with the IFF in real life, but IFF ident, that's what that's for. I'm gonna hold it. Four, 3, 5, 6. Ooh, look at that moon. Holy shit. Wow. That is a nice moon. Alright, head to Steerpoint 2. Boston Center, Space 7, request 15,000. Climb maintain 15,000, Space 7. Alright. Alright, so we're heading to Beach Hole. A little more smash here. I guess he saw me when I hit ident. He must have. You know, I'm kind of upset that when I look back at Gabreski, the way I do it in acrylic, it didn't look the same. Because, like, the head... It's literally because the head tracker is, like, funky here. Which is really unfortunate, because I know if it was correct, it would look really good. But it is what it is. Yo, I love that they got the fucking fireworks. That is great. I really love that. So, Steerpoint 2... I can flip the autopilot on. We're gonna have to change to New York approach pretty soon. So then we're going to have to request transition to the Bravo. Request transition to the Bravo. We're going to go through the Bravo. Take a look at the city. Do our flyover. Continue to Steerpoint. And then head home. Went to a couple laps, actually, up and down the Hudson. So we're at 350 knots or so, 15,000 feet. We're going to fly, we're going to do the flyover at around 300 knots. Steerpoint 3. Sorry, guys. All right. God damn it. Right, Steerpoint 3, Bruno. 135.9. It's going to be the next frequency we tune to. That is New York approach, departure, Bravo for Kennedy, or around Kennedy. New York approach, Space 7.
Space 7-1, New York departure, go ahead.
Good evening, New York departure, Spade 7 is a single ship F16 at 15,000 feet, about 21 miles to the southeast of Kennedy. Requesting transition to the Bravo, will be descending shortly.
Space 7 cleared into the John F. Kennedy class Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR at or below 15,000.
Good to the Bravo, maintain VFR, Spade 7. Honestly. Turn the fire control radar. Okay, we're about 20 miles out from A-Salt. A-Salt is like by Breezy Point. It's right by Brooklyn. Approach Space 7 is going to be doing a flyover on the Hudson near the city, requesting flyover altitude of 1,000.
Space 7 flyover at 15,000 approved. Maintain VFR.
No, request flyover at 1,000.
Space 7 descend and maintain 1,000 approved. Remain VFR.
1,000-foot flyover approved. Maintain VFR visual separation for Space 7. Alright, I'm going to throw the boards out here. Honestly, to make the steer points automatic.
Space 7 contact Kennedy Tower on 119.1.
Kennedy Tower 119.1 for Space 7. Kennedy Tower, good evening. Space 7, single ship F16 with you, 1500. I'm about 5 miles to the south of the field, southwest of the field.
Space 7-1, Kennedy Tower, runway 31 left in use. State intentions. Space 7, enter left base for runway 31 left.
Space 7 has no intention of landing. Space 7 is just letting you know he's in your airspace for a flyover of New York City.
Space 7, roger. Remain clear of runways. No reported traffic.
Spade. Alright. I'm gonna get a little altitude. These fireworks. We'll go up to 3 and then we'll come back. There's the Verrazano. Boards out. There's Brooklyn. Fucking place.
Space 7, the airspace you've entered is temporarily restricted for special security reasons. Fly heading 130. Advise when ready to copy a phone number for possible pilot deviation.
You just gave me permission to be here. This thing is not realistic.
Space 7, affirmative. You're cleared into the Kennedy Class Bravo airspace.
Spade. What an idiot. Alright. Kennedy Tower, Spade 7 will be doing 3 laps on the Hudson, up and down the Hudson. Going northbound now, we'll be coming back southbound and going northbound again. Currently going northbound from VC 262 to Ring, then Eroe, Femdu, then turning around and coming back south for the same steer points.
Spade 7 approved. Remain clear of runways. No reported traffic.
Spade. So here's the city, boys. It's the big shitty. It's the Empire State Building. This is, I believe, Hudson Yards. It's supposed to be Hudson Yards. Give me a like and subscribe if you've never liked, subscribe, follow whichever platform you're on. If you've never seen a flyover of New York City from POV in a Viper. Bet you not many of you have. It's 9A. Look at shots real quick. Dude, no, it's not DCS, Ghost. This is actually X-Plane 12. I know it looks like DCS, but it's not. X-Plane 12 is the only simulator that has a good F16. So, Steerpoint 7, which is Eroe. That's the George Washington Bridge right there, by the way, guys. No, it's not Ghost. It's not DCS. Like I said, it's X-Plane 12. I see with my eyeballs, bro. Nah, I don't know. Flying. What you mean with the head tracker, or just because it said night? What do you mean, bro? Alamo. What do you mean? How do I see? If you're talking about the head tracker, it's a pain in the ass. The way the head tracker interacts with X-Plane is shit, to be honest with you. But it's nighttime. Well, I don't know. Like I said, my eyeballs. Alright, so this next steer point, we're going to go up to Femdu. Femdu is by the Tappan Zee. And then we're going to turn around at Femdu. A little more smash. Now that's the Tappan Zee right there, that bridge. If you guys could see. I'm sure some of you guys could see. Pull up, okay. It's the Tappan Zee right there, and our steer point's right by the Tappan Zee. Kennedy Tower, Space 7 is turning back south from Femdu, heading back towards Eroe. Second pass to the city for Space 7.
Space 7, roger. No reported traffic.
Spade.
Space 7 approved. Remain clear of runways. No reported traffic.
Spade. You know what? You know what's not right? The way the thing bleeds off airspeed. It bleeds off too much airspeed when you're... Yeah, like I think the sound means it thinks it's under high alpha, but it shouldn't. It's not under high alpha right now, as you guys can tell. So that needs work, unfortunately. All right, so back to Eroe. We'll go back to Ring. Back down around 1,000, 300 knots or so. We'll do the final pass at like 250. About 1,000. To Ring. Ring is the George Washington Bridge. And VC 262 is Governor's Island, I believe. Yeah, I think it's hilarious that the ATC forgot that it gave me clearance to be here. That's fucking funny as hell. So just so you guys know, I'm going to be doing more streams like this. I'm going to be doing cross-country flights in the F16 alongside my combat stream. So I think I'm going to like alternate every time. So one time it would be a combat stream in DCS or BMS. I'm not sure whichever I feel like flying. And then the following stream will be likely across country in here. So I'm going to fly the Viper across the world. So I'm going to start from here, Gabreski International Guard Base, and then we're just going to visit. We're going to try and we're going to try and go to only military airports, but if we have to go to a civilian airport in between, fine. But like I said, we're going to try and keep it Air Force bases, Air National Guard bases, etc. So again, this is George Washington Bridge. This is not a good implementation of the George Washington Bridge, if I must say so. It just looks like some two-level bullshit. Yeah, poor implementation of the George Washington Bridge. What are you going to do? All right, so now VC 262, Governor's Island. I'm surprised you didn't hand me off the Newark Tower. We're closer to Newark, I think. Man. I would love to just pull into the vertical as I'm flying right past the World Trade Center and give everybody a show. Kennedy Tower, Space 7, turning back north, third pass in New York City. Alright, we're going to go slow this time.
Quick advisory, they're shifting operational direction here shortly, but I'll be keeping you on runway 31 left.
Space 7 has no intention of landing, going north for another pass in New York City. Final pass. Holy shit, they have the 9/11 museum.
Space 7, roger. Winds 260 at 15, gusting 24. Runway 31 left, cleared to land. No reported traffic.
Space 7 has no intent of landing. So shut up, Eddie. Bitchin' Betty, always bitchin'. I should turn her off. Shut up, Betty. The fuck up. How about that? Oh! You can't turn Betty off here! Holy shit! Alright. That's not good. Alright, so there's another bug or another unrealistic implementation I just found. Can't turn Betty off. Alright, we're good. We just passed the GW, so we're basically past the city. Close the boards up. Kennedy Tower, Spade 7, departing your airspace. Would like to climb back up to... correction. Spade 7, departing your airspace. Turn to departure.
Spade 7, climb and maintain requested altitude.
Up to 15,000 for Spade 7. His airspace doesn't even go up... This thing is finicky. His airspace doesn't go up that high. So he shouldn't be giving me clearance to climb that high. Beautiful moon. Alright, so we're going to climb back up to 15,000 and then fly home, and we're going to do a overhead into Gabreski and runway 6. You guys know the drill. You guys that watch me all the time know the drill. It's just like DCS and BMS. It's just an X-plane now. Same shit. the whole IFR flight plan thing, I actually tried to follow. This is an IFR flight plan, but I realized it's going to take me too long to figure out how to do it on this ATC provider because it doesn't have. I can't select an F16, so I got to figure that out. Okay. Hold altitude. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Oh my god. It's raining in this cloud. That's so sick. It's turbulent here too. Very nice. Alright, Leah, we're not above the Bravo anymore. Ooh, a lightning. That shit was nice. Wow, oh, it does work. Okay. Thought it didn't work for a second. The Steerpoint sequencer works as it's supposed to. That's nice. That is very nice. Where's that moon at? I need some of that moon. Oh, it's over there. Oh, it's right there. Alright, so Leah, what do we got? We got Cream. Cream is like, it's just, it's between the North Fork of Long Island and Connecticut. So at Cream, we're going to head south to Beeds. And then Beeds, we'll start the approach from Beeds. We're going to start our descent. Beeds, after Beeds goes to the approach. We're going to start our descent between Cream and Beeds. So that is, we got 30 miles, yeah, 25 miles there. So we'll descend. We'll use those 25 miles for a nice little descent. We're not going to fall out of the sky. We'll be a little more civilized than usual. We can't just fall out of the sky there because we're kind of over residential areas a little bit. So I don't have the Jahimics here because we're not, like I said, we're not flying anything into combat, so I don't need it. And it also, it kills it. It like takes up frames for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it does. So, Doherty, thank you for sharing my live, bro. I really, really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you. I guess people like this type of content a lot. I figured everybody liked the combat shit the best, but I don't know. Listen, if you guys like this, then you like this, and that's fine. Stream some more of this as well. I mostly fly the Viper into combat. But like I said, if you guys like this shit, there's more is coming, don't worry. Because I actually like this too. Switch it up a bit. It's nice for a change. To fly the Viper like a gentleman. I'm used to flying like a savage. But not tonight. Not tonight. How much gas we got? 71. Boston Center, Space 7 with you, 15,000, about 30 miles north of Gabreski.
Space 7-1, Boston Center, good evening, New Haven, altimeter 2988.
2988, Space 7. I'm going to see it do Steerpoint 11 real quick. Ah, here we go. Alright. Turn the autopilot off. Matter of fact, let's run our before landing checklist. Before landing checklist is not very long, friends. Not very long at all. Alrighty. Descent fuel, quantity transfer balance, good. Landing light on. Altimeter is set. Anti-ice, auto. Okay. Avionics good. Alright.
Space 7, contact New York approach on 125.975.
Push 125.975, Space 7, see it. New York approach, good evening, Space 7, single ship F16 with you, descending through 6,000 for 3,000.
Space 7-1, New York approach, good evening, Matatuck, altimeter 2988.
2988, Space 7. All right, so this is 2,000 by Pycar.
At your discretion.
Space 7. Space 7 will be going to Suffolk. We'll be doing the TACAN approach into runway 6. We'll be at 2,000 feet by Pycar. Alright, I'm going to test out the 7 mile, yeah. Looks, seems like it works. Zero 63. I don't think that's implemented quite correctly. I don't have the time to fuck with it now. Like I said, we're not going to use it. VFR. We're VFR now. It's good enough. 2000 by that. 063. Bet. We're going to approach Space 7 with like an overhead into Suffolk on runway 6.
I have your destination as KJFK. Confirm you want to change it to KSUF.
Negative. KFOK. Kilo Foxtrot Oscar Kilo. Negative. Would like to change destination to KFOK, Kilo Foxtrot Oscar Kilo.
Space 7, KF0K not available. Available runways 1432. Confirm destination.
Destination is Suffolk, KFOK.
Space 7, destination is KSUF, not KF0K. Confirm KSUF or say correct destination.
Correct destination is KFOK, Kilo Foxtrot Oscar Kilo.
Space 7, KF0K not in system. Available KSUF. Confirm destination.
Negative. Changing frequency to Gabreski Tower. This fucking thing.
Space 7, Nebraska Tower not in range. Remain this frequency.
Space 7, request frequency change to Suffolk Tower.
Space 7, Suffolk Tower not available. Remain this frequency.
Roger. Space 7 would like an overhead approach into Suffolk Airport on runway 6.
Space 7, runway 6 not available. Available runways 1432. Say choice.
Frequency change approved, Space 7. Alright, well. Suffolk Tower, Space 7. Suffolk Tower, Space 7.
Space 7-1, Suffolk Tower, go ahead.
Good evening, Suffolk Tower, Space 7, single ship F16. I'm about 10 miles to the southwest of the field. Would like an overhead for runway 6 if possible.
Space 7, overhead approved. Report initial. Winds 360 at 7. Runway 6.
Spade. Nice! Haha! I love that. Alright. Man. Down to 1500. So just so you guys know that are into the airline shit, this is how military aircraft arrive at airports. Gabreski Tower, Spade 7 is on a 5-mile initial for runway 6. Gabreski Tower, Spade 7 is on a 3-mile initial for runway 6. Suffolk Tower, Spade 7, 3-mile initial runway 6. This thing is fucking annoying. Suffolk Tower, Spade 7, initial runway 6. What the fuck? Suffolk Tower, Spade 7, spinning it.
Spade 7, enter right downwind for runway 1.
Too late, bro. This thing fucking sucks. It's like it just doesn't fucking hear me or understand me. Negative, runway 6 for Spade 7. Gears coming down.
Spade 7, runway 6, right traffic approved.
Too late, bro. Suffolk Tower, Spade 7, base gear stop, runway 6. So the Viper, you want to float it a little bit when you land it. So you guys are going to see me do. Float. The gear is fragile. There we go. Aero brake a bit. Max stiff braking. The nose came down a little earlier than I would have liked it to. It's alright. Aero braking doesn't seem quite right in the sim either, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Left toe brake, get back on center line. Toe brakes are a little finicky as well. There was a taxiway there. It was Alpha 6. Suffolk Tower, Spade 7, left turn on Alpha. Suffolk Tower, Spade 7, left turn on Alpha. This fucking thing is retarded.
Spade 7, left on Alpha, approved.
So Alpha 6 is over there, but I didn't see the line, so I didn't turn off. Alright, anyway, after landing checklist, teed off. IFF mode 4 hold. Canopy bow up. Taxi lights on. All this shit is already off, don't have to worry about that. Control radar silent. Bar control radar off, radar off. Oxygen off. Anti-ice off. Okay. Tune to ground. Ground's 121.8. Back to the test page. Man, I hate that. Suffolk Ground, Space 7. Suffolk Ground, Spade 7.
Spade 7-1, Suffolk Ground, runway 6, taxi via Whiskey.
Negative, Spade 7 on taxiway Alpha at runway 24. Request taxi to Air National Guard ramp.
Spade 7, runway 24, taxi via Alpha November, taxi to Air National Guard ramp.
24 Alpha November. These instructions are fucking retarded too. Hold on a second. Alright, never mind. The way he worded it was weird. Taxiing to Air National Guard ramp via taxiways Alpha and November for Spade 7. Sorry, guys.
Spade 7, cross runway 24, then continue taxi via Echo Sierra, hold short of runway 33.
Alright. However you want me to get there, bro. Crossing runway 24, and we'll continue taxiing on taxiway Echo for Spade 7. Oh shit, alright.
Approaching runway 24.
Alright, so Alpha.
Runway 24.
I looked at the fucking chart wrong. The way this thing taxis is also not, it's not right really. It's like the rudder pedals are very sensitive, and they should not be that sensitive. All right, so we're on taxiway Alpha. This is the taxiway I meant to turn off on. It's taxiway Bravo. Yeah. Slow down a bit, taxiing a little fast. Alright, so we're making a left on the next taxiway. We're going to hold short of 624. Request transition to Echo. Then take taxiway Echo down to runway 33. And then we're going to transition to Sierra. Cross 33, clear. Suffolk Ground, Spade 7, holding short of runway 624 on taxiway November, requesting transition to Echo.
Approaching runway 24.
Spade 7, cross runway 24, then continue taxi via Echo Sierra, hold short of runway 33.
Cross runway 24, then continue taxi via Echo, we'll hold short of 33 for Spade 7. check. We're checking again. Alright, boys, so this is taxiway Echo here. Right.
Approaching runway 24.
We just passed runway 24, Bimbo. I also think the way this thing interprets the alpha, the angle of attack, isn't quite correct. X-Plane is a little unique. The way they model everything in X-Plane is a little unique. So I guess the devs of this module had to make do. It's good enough, honestly. It's better than any other F16 add-on for any other civilian flight sim that I've ever seen. Only thing that's maybe comparable to it is the Aerosoft one that was for FSX long time ago. Suffolk Ground, Spade 7, holding short of runway 33 on taxiway Echo. Request cross 33, transition to Sierra.
Spade 7, cross runway 33, then continue taxi via Sierra.
Cross runway 33, continuing taxi via Sierra for Spade 7.
Approaching
Clear.
Runway
Nobody's on
3,
final.
3.
Shut up, bitch. It's like Betty's sister or cousin or some shit. Sister. She's annoying as well. A little fast. Well, you guys that consistently fly DCS, if you feel like this shit would give you helmet fire, you gotta fucking practice this shit. It's my advice to you. Nice little 172 over there. Alright, so we're on Sierra. Coming up to runway 6. And the guard ramp is over there to the left. Oh no, it's runway 1. Suffolk Ground, Spade 7, request cross runway 1 on Sierra.
Spade 7, cross runway 1 on Sierra.
Crossing runway 1 on Sierra, Spade 7. Clear, clear. I know, I pulled a little past the threshold there, guys. Shoot me. Shoot me, call the FAA, do everything. Everything under the fucking sun. Nail me to the cross, give a fuck.
Approaching runway 1.
No, we're approaching runway 6, Bethany. Suffolk Ground, Spade 7, request cross runway 6 on Sierra, transition to Whiskey.
Spade 7, cross runway 6 on Sierra, then taxi via Whiskey.
Crossing runway 6 on Sierra, then taxiing into the guard ramp via Whiskey for Spade 7.
Approaching runway 6.
Clear. Alright, so Whiskey is over here actually. This is Whiskey into the guard ramp. That's Whiskey normal. So we're going Whiskey into the guard ramp here. And then we're going to shut her down just like we do everywhere else. There's the taxiway line there. So obviously when you use runway 24, you just taxi right in. It's at the end, so you just literally 24 all the way, aero brake, and then into whiskey, and then into the ramp. So this ATC is a little finicky, but overall it's not bad. But it did piss me off at times. Super Hornets and fucking Eagles here. That's funny. There's nothing. So, guys, in real life, there's nothing but C-130s at this base. There used to be F16s here in the 1980s, but not anymore. Not for a very long time, obviously. So 40 years ago. All right, so let's have the ground crew put the chocks in. Chocks. Okay. Turn off all our avionics. Shit is off. Nose wheel steering off. DED. Oh, this is also wrong with the DED brightness thing. Hot off. Taxi light off. Com 1 off. Com 2 off. IFF off. Lights off. Alright, securing throttle. Alright. Canopy up. Alright. Turn the lights off. Actually, no, the other one's off first. Flashlight. Turn the battery off. The power off, sorry. Alright, power off. Flashlight, fuck off. Step out of the jet. Here we are, friends. Safe and sound back at Gabreski after our little flyover. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 250th birthday, America. Like and subscribe, follow for more. Thank you for watching, by the way, guys. I'll catch you next time. Next time will probably be in DCS. Those of you that enjoy the civilian cross-country streams, I encourage you to join DCS. Join my DCS streams as well. I think you guys will really like it. It's a totally different flow. You guys will watch me fly the Viper into utter chaos, true utter chaos. So it's a different cup of tea. I definitely encourage everybody to try it because it's much more. It's more fast-paced, more entertaining, and I keep it just as realistic as all the cross-country civilian flight simmers. As realistic as I can, basically. So, all right, guys. I will see you next time. Again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Smell you later. Alright, fuck, I gotta stop the YouTube stream. Didn't do that.